what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man. Let's talk about Terence Crawford. Got news on his next possible opponent. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. So let's get into it. Terence Crawford, basically, you want to fight Pacquiao, but I don't think anybody anticipates the Pacquiao fight is truly gonna happen next. I've been hearing it for months. That's a fight they want to do, but not pretty sure if that's what Pacquiao want to do. Nobody really knows. They talking about Golovkin and doing everything but fighting, Terence Crawford, but on wax. But right now, it's being said that Kell Brook and Yordenis Ugas are the two leaders in the clubhouse. The one thing that kind of make the Kell Brook thing a little bit far-fetched is the simple fact that Kell Brook has a travel ban. Kell Brook can't come to the United States to fight, and that's the issue. So, Ugas may actually get a shot at Terence Crawford, but let's kind of talk about Kell Brook, all right? If Kell Brook is able to come over to the United States, he is the #1 preference above Yordenis Ugas. Crawford told Brian Custer, which in like 2 or 3 weeks, everybody going to be breaking down that interview and using that as headlines. I stay ahead of the game, you feel me? But he told him that he felt that Kell Brook is more accomplished than Yordenis Ugas. He said that Yordenis Ugas, just ain't done as much as Kell Brook. He said Kell Brook beat Sean Porter. He said, he really don't count the Golovkin loss. And he said that he was beating up on Earl Spence till his eye got broke. And that's a fact, but I don't think it was just truly the eye. I think Kell Brook really stepped the pace up, and Kell Brook can't fight at a high pace. So that's something that he need to think about. That's why Sean Porter had a lot of trouble with Kell Brook. It's because he fought at Kell Brook pace, and he kept walking into the same shots the whole time. Now, I heard that Kell Brook and Sean Porter had sparred before, so Kell Brook was pretty much confident that he could beat, Sean Porter. Sean Porter just kept walking straight on in. He didn't lose no angles, no lateral movement. All the stuff he used versus Errol Spence would have definitely helped him beat Kell Brook, but Kell Brook was prepared. He clinched, he held, and he was able to, figure out the Rubik's Cube known as Sean Porter. And he may have been the one that he might have beat Sean Porter cleaner than anybody else in a division. And people say, oh, what if Kell Brook done? But remember, Kell Brook was the one that ate his pawpaw spinach, and he made it cool to challenge Golovkin. Before Kell Brook jumped up 2 weight classes and fight Golovkin, you didn't hear a peep out of Canelo Alvarez. He was sitting at 155 on the chart, being a little scared, a little itch. You feel what I'm saying? And all the other middleweight champions, Peter Quillen told Colossal Sports TV in an interview that, he got offered, $1 million to fight Rinky Wright, and Golovkin was only offering him $500,000 to come fight him. So it was this narrative out here that these middleweights were scared of Golovkin, and I think some of them was. I think Danny Jacobs was one of the ones that was scared. Danny Jacobs said that he just said Golovkin's name. Basically, he didn't think he was going to get the fight. He was just clout chasing. And when he got the fight, he was expecting some extraterrestrial type of power out of Golovkin, and it wasn't what he thought it was. And a lot of these dudes just show you they buy into the hype. They buy into the media hype. You know what I'm saying? And, when Kell Brook went up and fight Golovkin and pieced him up, everybody got brave. Everybody was willing to go in there. So it took a welterweight to really unlock the box or take the fear off of Golovkin. And people forget that Kassim Uma put in some work with Golovkin as well, too. Martin Murray, he ain't really shit. He went 11, 12 rounds with Golovkin. But they bought into the narrative of him, beating up on Rosado, beating up on Proska, beating up on Adama, beating up on Curtis Stevenson, beating up on Nishida. I mean, you can keep going on the guys that, they tried to paint this narrative that Golovkin was the most feared man in boxing. He the next Mike Tyson. He didn't have none of Tyson's fast twitch muscles and none of Tyson's, ability, other than he can punch, but everybody can knock out C and D level opponents and B minus level opponents like that. It's when you step up to the A level and, remember Kell Brook, he stripped the fear off of Golovkin, and everybody else since then, they ain't been scared of him. So you got to tip your hat off to Kell Brook, even though it was a stupid move. And then Amir Khan jumps up to fight Canelo at technically middleweight. So that started a trend. So Kell Brooks jumped up, and Amir Khan jumped up, then Mikey jumped up. Then you got all these dudes that's willing to jump up a couple weight classes to make, to fight instead of fighting the opposition at their level. But tip his hat to Kell Brook. He came back down to 147 pounds, and he fought Bud. He fought Errol Spence, and he was beating Errol Spence early into that fight. And so, to me, it wasn't just an orbitable bone. I picked Kell Brook to win that fight. I didn't see it in Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? But Errol Spence, he was getting pieced up. He was getting touched up a lot in that fight. And he said his neck was hurting for weeks after that fight. But Kell Brook can keep up with the pace. That's the problem. And that's what Bud gonna find out. If you step the pace up on Kell Brook, he don't have great feet. You know what I'm saying? He can't fight 12 rounds at a high pace. And that was what it was. It just wasn't a broken orbitable bone with Errol. It was a combination of more importantly, the pace that he stepped up on, the body punching that he was doing, but most importantly, it was just the pace. And people can say he was weight drained. That's true. But Kell Brook can't fight at a high pace. And if you're able to push the pace, and Golovkin started to push the pace, he don't have enough defense and enough good footwork, or he ain't got enough skills to survive or to control the pace. If you allow Kell Brook to dictate the pace, then he got a chance, like versus Kell Brook. You feel me? But if you step the pace up and you start 6th, 7th, 8th round, you start turning up, he get left behind. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got some power. So if Crawford does choose to fight Kell Brook, he got to start off fast, like Amir Khan did. Like he did versus Amir Khan. And basically, step up the pace, and by the 5th or 6th round, it should be over with. You know what I'm saying? By him just stepping up the pace. But if he sit there and fight at Kell Brook pace, he don't give Kell Brook a chance. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give him a massive chance to win. But I don't anticipate Crawford to do that. Kell Brook, he got good punch variety, got a good jab, good straight right. He got a good left hook, good uppercut. So he still packs some power. But he just don't have enough, defense, enough foot movement, head movement. Crawford really should end that in the middle rounds. But we'll see if he can continue his knockout streak, because every opponent he fought at this division, he's knocked him out, and people just seem to be able to forget that. But the Ugas fight intrigues me. I think that might be the toughest fight between the two, if you're not including Manny Pacquiao. It's because Ugas is a master counterpuncher, and if Terence Crawford, he overcommits and he start, getting deep in his combinations, Ugas can catch him, possibly drop him, but Ugas just don't have enough punch output. So if Crawford is able to get off his 3 or 4 5 punches, 1, 2, 3 at a time, Ugas gonna get left behind just doing 1 or 2 shots. And if he can make him miss them 1 or 2 counter shots, he can time Ugas. I'd be impressed if he stopped Ugas. Ugas has never been stopped. I'm not sure if he's been dropped before, but I'd be impressed. You know what I'm saying? How you beat Ugas, you just gotta overwhelm him. He can be outboxed. He did a great job versus Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? And what he did in Ray Robinson was the last guy to beat Terence Crawford. But, I think Crawford, you just got to, sit there and take the fight to Ugas, you know what I'm saying? And just, just outpunch him. That's it. And just make sure you evade the counter shots. And I'm Ugas. I'd be looking to counter to the body up top. The problem with Ugas is he can't throw more than 3 punches at a time like most Cuban fighters. Only one I've really seen of recent, be able to, get flamboyant and get deep in this combination and break that mold is Yordenis Gamboa. But it'd be a good fight. Ugas, is getting a good name for himself. He beat up Figueroa. He beat up Ray Robinson. He just beat up Mike Dallas Jr. But people forget he did lose to Amir Khan. So, Amir Khan packs a good punch too. So we'll see what Crawford can do. I think Ugas is the more intriguing fight to me. He'd probably be the cheaper fight. He'd be a fight that they can put on ESPN. Ugas shouldn't need that much money to fight, but we know when they cross the street, they want a lot more money than what they're getting on their side of the street. But I think it'll be a good fight. That's the fight I prefer is Ugas. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, this is the first real welterweight that he beat. Talked about that yesterday in the live. If you missed the live, man, everybody want to discredit Jeff Horn. He beat Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? But if Ugas is the fight, it's the fight. If the travel ban is lifted, it's probably going to be Kell Brook. So Terence Crawford likely fight one of those two next. And maybe he get the other one on the other side of next year. But he did tell Brian Custer that, if they make him cut his pay without fans, and some of these, purses is looking pretty terrible out here. Don't forget Joshua Greer fight tonight. His purse is only $75,000. it's several fighters on that card making less than 10,000. You know what I'm saying? So his purse is the highest on the card at 75,000. You know, Ryan Garcia got 200,000. Shakur Stevenson got 400,000. So we yet to see $1 million purse in the pandemic during boxing. So we'll see how it play out. But he said he ain't taking no cut to fight nobody. He'll wait till 2021, or he'll wait till fans come before he take a purse cut because of no fans. So he said what he said. He's standing where he's standing at. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business questions, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate, share the video, and check out our welterweight playlist. One time for the one time we go.